This is the real Miss Heard, the one in the audio recordings, not the one you saw in this courtroom. He resolved to leave Miss Heard. He was done.
Okay, now this is just a pure gimmick build. It's not super viable. It is a little bit, but not really an endgame, that's for sure. Well, let's get into it and let's see how Johnny Depp would be able to defend himself against Amber Heard with an Elden Ring build. So the first thing I put on there was a Commander Standard, just to have that rallying standard skill, basically to allow Johnny just to kind of rally people to his side and hopefully be able to tell his story properly. Now for the shield, I just put that icon shield on. You know, he's a celebrity and everything. They're kind of both celebrities, you know, icons. Kind of made sense just to put the shield on. Now I threw just a regular finger seal on there just because it kind of looks like the peace sign, so it just kind of made some sense to put a finger seal on there. And this pretty much just allows me to do one incantation, and we'll get to that. Now for the gear, I kind of wanted him to be presentable, you know, kind of wear a suit, but in the Elden Ring fashion. Plus he's a little bit eccentric, and I kind of felt like this Guardian garb matched him pretty well. And for the gloves, I just put on those Depraved Perfumer ones. They got some flair to them, a little bit of style, and look pretty good. And for those pants, I just put on the Consort trousers. They just match the Guardian garbs and those gloves just really well. And now we've got a presentable Johnny. So for those talismans, I put on that Concealing veil, conceals the wearer while crouching away from foes, hoping that Johnny can get away from Amber's attacks. Maybe he can conceal himself and, you know, maybe be able to flee. Now for this next one, I also threw on Shabiri's woe to attract the enemy's aggression. These are probably, you know, Amber Heard simps or her fans, you know, trying to go after him super hard. This one you could also switch out for the Curved Sword Talisman. And in this case, when people are attacking him or trying to go after him, he can throw out a sick guard counter. Now I also threw on this Silver Scarab to raise the item discovery. I kind of threw on the discovery stuff along with, you know, pumping up the arcane quite a bit just to have that discovery up, because, you know, we're just discovering all this new information about it. And from the looks of the trial, that discovery seemed quite high. And for that fourth talisman, the Immunizing Horn Charm +1 was really good, just increasing that immunity from the poison and that rot that Amber is spewing and whoever she's trying to put up there to slam Johnny. And you're definitely going to need some immunity towards that stuff. Now let's get into these consumables. So I threw on the Albinaric pot, which impedes the healing using the Flask of Tears. I kind of found it funny that, you know, he tried to throw something at Amber Heard, not necessarily would like throw something physical necessarily, but kind of spitting facts and everything to kind of stop that crying in its tracks. Kind of say more his lawyers would do that, not necessarily Johnny. Now I threw on a couple of different perfumes as well. I put the Bloodboil Aromatic on there just because, you know, with all the lies that are being told by one side specifically, you know, and kind of make your blood boil. Plus it also gives you a little bit of a damage boost. Now for that second one, the Iron Jar Aromatic, this is just going to allow him to be able to take anything that's said against him, you know, creating a body of steel. It's not going to get through to him, and he's just going to power through it all. So for the incantation that I really just want on there specifically is the Shadow Bait, and this will just lure foes away and kind of attract their aggression. You know, when you're just kind of getting attacked from all sides from everybody, you kind of just want to throw out a little bit of something to help you out, right? Now for this Crystal Tears, I threw on the Opaline Bubble Tier, just kind of providing a good damage negation. You know, being able to take one of those lies before, you know, it starts affecting you a little bit more each time. Plus, this second Crystal Tier is also going to be able to help. The Windy Crystal Tier, this is just going to increase his dodge rolls, be able to get out of all of these lies, you know, with ease. You know, dodge, dodge, dodge. None of these lies are going to stick. And for the Great Rune, I just threw on Morgoth's Great Rune, just for the funsies, you know, just to be able to have a little bit more health and take a bit more of this punishment. Now onto the stats. For Vigor, I got up at 60. You're not going to need any more than that. Plus with Morgoth's Great Rune, you're going to have a significant amount of health. Now for Mind Intelligence, I just didn't even touch. For Endurance, I have that up at 44. He's just going to need a lot of stamina just to get out of this stuff, to be able to run away from Amber as much as possible. Now Strength, Dexterity, and Faith, those stats are set just to be able to utilize all the weapons effectively, all the incantations. That's pretty much what those stats are there for. And then Arcane, I have at 50 just to boost that item discovery, as I said earlier. All that discovery about what is happening on with their lives, with the trial, everything, her lies, just discovery all around. Wanted to boost up there as much as possible. Now, how do you use this build? Now just use your icon shield quite a bit and block some of these abilities. And once those abilities are blocked, use a guard counter. You know, if they're just gonna spit lies at you, spit some truth back at them. Alright, I hope you really liked this dumb gimmick build just for the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. Let me know what other characters you'd like to see, and I'll do my best to make them viable.